Hey. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, your host, and I'm so glad you're here today on the Rundown with Ramon. I hope your day today is going pleasantly well. Whether for you it's morning time, whether for you it's evening time, whether for you it's middle of the night, whatever time it is, whatever coast you're on, whatever time zone you're in, whatever country you're in, city you're in, wherever you're at. I'm in the vacation capital of the world here in New Jersey, near New York City. I hope your day is blessed and fantastically well. I'm an entrepreneur who started 4 companies, rather started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books. And on the Rundown with Ramon, we ask one thing only. The top things you need to know to live your best life or start to grow your business. An eclectic mix of things that you'll go, that was interesting. An eclectic mix of things that I'm sure you know about already, things your mama or your daddy taught you. But maybe you just need a reminder from me here today on the Rundown with Ramon. So welcome aboard. We have a jam-packed show for you today, covering many things. Toxic culture in startups. Is that still a thing? We're going to talk about some lessons learned from Party City. I was in there recently at Party City, and I was absolutely amazed. Mortuaries. You wouldn't think about future homes being a place you can learn from, but guess what? The business of death is a business, and we're going to take a few things from them today. Learning from an entrepreneur who built a successful business in a niche industry. And this word niche, of course, is relative. Niche for you may be big. Niche for me may be small. But we can learn from being in a niche industry, what we can learn from that. A question I want to help you answer today that can help you in your business or in your life. Are you ready to let go? We're going to touch on that. Are you ready to let go? And talking about letting go, how to say no to non-essential commitments and protect your business. This is an important art, learning how to say no, what to say no to. And our flagship headline of the day, Costco. A few things that we can learn from Costco, this big behemoth store. Personally, I go to Sam's Club. That's what my membership is. But Sam's Club, Costco, similar thing. What we can learn from these big behemoths, especially Costco. And interesting headline from the New York Times. Families are going into debt for Disney vacations. And this is not just about Disney per se. Debt is something all of us face, all of us look at, either because for our personal lives, we want all the nice things. But I'm getting into the story. Let me touch on that a bit later on. And then if we have time, as Generation X approaches retirement, reality still bites. And we're going to see if we can squeeze in something about going beyond the regular cold call. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. Thanks for joining me today. Let's get with it right now on the Rundown with Ramon. Got a jam-packed episode for you today. If you're watching, glad you're here. Comment, take a selfie, DM me, connect with me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, across the platforms. But I'm glad you're here today because you matter. With that, let's get into it on the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Survey says toxic startup culture is a thing. 24% of workers think startup culture is toxic. Now, to be clear on this headline, there's a number of amazing startups in the world, and startups are great places. There's a number of humans who work at a startup, and most humans, I think, are decent people. But it's 1 or 2 of those people at any company, in a church, in a startup, in a 500-year-old company, that makes the place not so good. Now, the thing about startups, with that often infusion of capital, the pressure to pay back and to give a return on the investor's money, you have the young, often, but it could be old startup founders increasingly putting pressure on sales and all kind of things to perform. The culture, as it were, can appear to be very toxic. So the question of the day is, how can you have your company not be a toxic place? Now, of course, this is a survey. Startups, particularly tech startups, have long promised non-traditional offices and other kind of things, removing the hierarchy of large corporate living. But for many millennials entering the workforce, startups promise everything they could want in a job, but have startups lost their luster? A survey of 900 full-time workers on their thoughts on startups and whether the appeal is still there. So I'm not going to dive into this whole survey from hostingadvice.com, but 24% of American workers think startup culture is toxic. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the survey says. And I think the bigger issue today of whether what the surveys say or not is slightly irrelevant. The bigger topic of the day today is let's make sure our companies are not toxic. I have a very small business. I have a team of about 3 or 4 or 5, depends on the time of the day and the project we have. But I want to make sure my company is not toxic. I want to make sure I am a leader, is doing everything I can to be a good leader to my team. This is my obligation. This is important to me. Am I doing everything I can to be the best leader that I can for my team? And you have the desire to do the same. And if you don't want a toxic culture, especially as you're growing your business, and many of us, I know I'm talking to the smaller businesses, but those of you on the route to $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, and have employees and are growing it, the question then I have for you today is, are you hiring the right people? As my friend Brian Hess says, are you hiring the right people who are going to display the right attitude that you have, assuming your own attitude is great? This is the key. You hire the right people, you get the right culture. Thank you for that affirmation right there. This is what it takes. So yes, survey says 24% of workers think that startup culture is toxic, but it doesn't have to be your culture. Again, if you just joined, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. All we ask is for a bit of your time to give you the top things you need to know to live your best life or start or grow your business. Ding, 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 ding. Moving forward, Party City Marketing saw this article and thought it was quite interesting. Party City's this big company that specializes in, of course, all things parties. I was in there once or twice, and I was amazed at everything they sell, from balloons to streamers to all kind of stuff. And there's an article in Wall Street Journal, this partnership Deloitte has with Wall Street Journal, where they're talking about omni-channel marketing. And somebody's saying here, we needed our marketing dollars to work harder for us. And we realized that understanding our customers better could help us do just that. When we started this transformation, 70% of our transactions were unidentified, meaning we couldn't tie them back to a unique customer profile associated with specific interest, intent, or household information. And why is that important? So that you can begin to send them an email prompting them maybe to buy again, so that you can send them a newsletter prompting them to buy again, so that if you know they have 7 kids in their household, maybe you can say, hey, Jenny's birthday's coming up. Do you want to buy party supplies? We saw that deeper customer insight could help us grow the lifetime value of each individual customer. Even those of us who have very small business. Hey, Dana, glad you're here. Dana Austin in the house and aligned with your core values. That's right, Dana. Thanks for being here today. So what can we learn from Party City? Even though many of us are not the big behemoth of a Party City, the lesson is there. And this is all about small business automation. It's about working harder, working smarter, not harder, as Clayton Mass talks about in Conquer the Chaos in his book. What they do with my friends at Keep do all the time. Hey, fellas, George, glad you're here. Good day, good day, good day. So Party City is learning we have to do better at omni-channel marketing, capturing customers, and we small business owners can do that as well. It's not just about selling the customer something. It's about ensuring we're selling them something. But as my friend Shay Brown would say, are we serving them over and over and over again? Being customer-centric is not the responsibility of any one function, says Shannon Simala, CMO at Party City. We have to work together to put the customer at the center of the universe. The article goes on to talk to them about data and insights to rethink customer interactions and drive growth. Historically, it says we have segmented our customers based on demographics and behaviors such as recency and frequency of purchase. That's good. But now we are more focused on psychographics such as interests and intent. This allows us to target customers based on the moments that matter to them. This aspect of psychographic targeting is so important. It's beyond the demographics, beyond are they black or white or tall or short or fat or skinny or live here or there. It's about the psychographics, how they think, because you may have a Spanish customer and a Ukraine customer, and they both could be in your customer profile to help you serve them better, which is more money back into your business. So we can learn a lot from Party City and what they're saying they had a need, not just to sell the customer, but leverage the data. When we started this effort, we identified near, mid, and long-term key performance indicators for success, including addressable customer database growth, customer retention, and sales. Then we communicated those KPIs throughout the organization, from store team members all the way up to executive management. This is what it takes to build a business. Yes, Party City is this large business. I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars in sales, and maybe that's not you. But if you're in the path, if your mindset's in the path to build $1 million, $2 million, $4 million, $5 million business, these are the things that will take your business to the next level. Not just understanding the demographics of your customer, but understanding the psychographic of your customer, building the marketing automation into that, and serving your customer more. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. You can tell I get excited about this. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today joining me on another episode of the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Mortuary makeover. Who would have thought about it? The place where you go bury or go do the needful for your grandmama, your dad, your auntie, your uncle. Sad things happen. People die. This is part of life. But guess what? Mortuaries are a business. Funeral homes are a business. You buy the casket, you buy the flowers, you buy the program. They help you bury them. You got to buy the plot of land, all the stuff that goes into it to bury somebody. Even at the simplest level, they're going through a makeover. So I saw this article here written in Hustle by Sarah Friedman. A London funeral home has urns made from salvaged wood, sleek coffins, and modern interior design. In New York houses a gift shop that sells candles and condolence cards, and 2 celebration rooms for memorial services. In London, Poppies in London provides lilac-covered EVs, electrical vehicles to transport the deceased. Ultima's 40-plus funeral homes in Spain are designed by architectural firm Beteligre, I just made that kind of pronunciation up, to look like art galleries. These new mortuary models are tapping into a lucrative industry. The average funeral costs $6.6 thousand in London, while the median cost of a U.S. funeral home or funeral is $8,000. It's not just funeral homes, but death itself is having a moment as well. Death doulas are becoming increasingly commonplace to provide end-of-life care to the dying and their loved ones. Death is a sad time, but it's also a business. There's apps like Cake, Lantern, Empathy offer tools to assist with the logistical side of death, from funeral planning checklist to closing credit cards. So interesting what we can learn. You may have a business that you may think is not right for change or adoption, Phyllis, but it's so true. Thanks for letting me know about the sound there, Phyllis. Appreciate that. Let me know if this is any better, and let me know if it's anything on your end, but thanks for letting me know that. And hey, Sharon, glad to see you here. Glad to see you here, Phyllis. Glad to see you here, Dana. Let me know how my sound's coming out for you here on the Rundown with Ramon. Hope it's coming out clear and well for most. If it's coming out clear for you, do me a favor and let me know. Let me see a clear in the chat somewhere here. And if it's not, we'll try to do better in post. But listen, we can learn a thing or two from all businesses. In the mortuary business, it's the same. They have a business to do. Thanks, Sharon. They have a business to grow. And they have a business people to serve. But if you think your business is dry and boring and whatever it may be, guess what? There's ways you can innovate. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. All we ask is for a bit of your time to give you the top things you need to know to live your best life or try to grow your business. Let's go. Ding, 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 ding. I built a successful business in a niche industry. Here's my advice for entrepreneurs trying to do the same. So there's a niche business, and I want to understand, what does niche mean? Niche means you're not trying to sell everything you can to everybody, like an Amazon, a Costco, Verizon, AT&T, a phone company, big company that's selling a commodity service to all. But niche means it's a very narrow market. It could be, for example, in the mortuary business, but a certain type of mortuary business for the only super wealthy, for example. Or a certain niche, a slice of an industry that you're selling to. Not selling ice cream to everyone, but you're selling custom-made ice cream to those who can't eat dairy. Things like that. So my point being, thank you, Dana. Appreciate that, Dana. So my point being is that this gentleman or lady, let's see who it is, built a successful niche business, John Conaway, And a few things we can get from this. One takeaway: identified an opportunity in a niche industry and transformed that discovery into a leading enterprise. So the article shares what they did. The rise of conscious consumers has reshaped market dynamics. And there's many niche industries that we can look at. In this case, it began by an accident. The writer here, facing a messy situation. Check it out here. With maggot-infested trash bins just before a 4th of July block party, I was propelled into action by my wife's insistence. The laborious and unpleasant task of manually cleaning the bins under the scorching sun made me realize there had to be a better way. So an internet search revealed that professional trash bin cleaning services were already established in Europe, but non-existent in the USA. So Sparkling Bins was born. Who knew? He traded his Lexus for a pickup truck and partnered with a welder to create our first cleaning rig. Sparkling Bins was born. Many businesses are born out of a need. So valuable lessons learned right away. We quickly learned early on that broad advertising efforts were inefficient. Instead of covering the entire county of 4.5 million people, we narrowed our focus to a smaller, densely populated area. And then here's what they did to start a niche business. 1, test the market. Number 2, be financially prepared. Starting a business, especially in a niche market, often requires a significant upfront investment and time to become profitable. Number 3, stay hands-on. Initially, it's vital to be directly involved in your business operations. This hands-on approach helps you understand the challenges and intricacies of your service. There's a lot of things we can do and write on about being in a niche business. This is for sure. But I would encourage you today, instead of trying to sell everything to anybody, see what you can do to go more narrow and hone in on that specific market. I'm doing it here in the Rundown with Ramon. This is not for every human on earth. We focus on smaller companies that are growing businesses and want a bit of fun and entertainment and a tip of the day. That's the focus. That's the market. If that's not you, this is not for you. And the Rundown with Ramon is growing. What about your business? What market are you in, Dana? What market are you in, Phyllis? What market are you in, Karen? What market are you in? And focus, is that even narrow enough, as Seth Godin talks about quite a bit? This is what it's about. Deanna's in the house. Happy day today, Deanna, indeed, on the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here. So ask yourself that. What can you learn by possibly serving customers in a more narrow market? Ding, 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 ding. Are you ready to let go? Interesting article here from my friend Jason Duncan. Was on his show some time ago and have read his email newsletter ever since. Do me a favor, tag Jason Duncan, the real Jason Duncan. He goes by on LinkedIn. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, let him know Ramon Ray's talking about Jason Duncan. Take a screenshot, let him know. So Jason Duncan says, are you ready to let go? The psychology of letting go. It says, but did you know that your belief in the need to do everything yourself is what's actually holding you back? If you think you're the only one who can do it right, guess what? You're wrong. You're never going to break free from the grind of daily operations. The unintended consequences of the hero syndrome. Ever heard of the hero syndrome? It's when entrepreneurs feel they must handle every aspect of their business because no one else can do it as well as they can. The hero syndrome. And if you stay stuck in that, it will chain you and keep you down. The law of hindrance. Let's talk about trust for a minute. Maybe you've been burned by employees before, and now you think only I can do this right. Yes, employees can burn us. We can burn others. We can hurt each other. But that means you just have to hire next time. That means you have to build in disciplines next time to measure and see if the person you hired is doing the right thing. Give them time to get better and master it. You need to build new habits like delegation, says Jason Duncan, which research shows can be mastered in as little as 66 days. Delegation, letting go, is the key to growing your business. Love that. Ego, then hero. Love that, Deanna Lammerts. That's right. Being the hero can be a headache sometimes. And Deanna chiming in here again, one of the most limiting beliefs. And again, this is from Jason Duncan. Jason Duncan, I encourage you, check him out. let him know I'm talking about him. Robin is here. Amazing speaker and more. What's up, Robin Nathaniel? Glad to have you here. Your TEDx talk, brother, was amazing. And my question and my encouragement for you all today, when will you be ready to let things go? When will you be ready to give others a chance to step into what they can do? Because that's the only way to get things to the next level. Thank you so much, Deanna. So that's that tip of the day. Are you ready to let go? It's a question to ask yourself, more rhetorical than anything. Practical steps to let go. Identify a task to delegate this week. Assess trust levels. Develop a new delegation habit. Strengthen discipline with a morning routine. Set a 60-day goal for high-level delegation. Letting go is important. I get it. Everybody wants to feel loved and be the hero and feel that they're special. Everybody wants that. I want that. But if you're going to grow your business, you must build in systems and learn to let go, to let others grow so you can do other things. In fact, my friend Glenn Lundy said that just today. Are you able to let go? Ding, 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 ding. How to say no to non-essential commitments and protect your business. Say no is so important. Johnny at Modern Influence says this. The problem with passive no's, when you say no passively, you risk being taken advantage of, overcommitting, and losing sight of your business priorities. The power of assertive no's, saying no assertively, is a powerful act of leadership. It shows that you value your time, energy, and business priorities. So go ahead, say no with confidence. Your business depends on it. Don't just be a passive no, but learn to say no assertively, but you can say no kindly. Thank you. Brittany Cole is in the house. What's up, Brittany? Y'all check out Brittany Cole. Brittany Cole is the truth. Brittany Cole is good people. Brittany and Cole, thanks for being here today. Ding, 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 ding. Moving forward, lessons from Costco. I personally go to Sam's Club, Costco, wherever you go, these big box stores. Many people are shopping at these stores. I like going to Sam's Club and shopping. But here's the thing, learning from Costco, it's not just selling cheap things. It's just getting people, is what the article says. It's not just selling cheap things. But when you look back and they unpacked what this means from the founder, Costco has been likened in part likened to a cult, because once members, 134 million worldwide, enter the fold, they rarely leave. Indeed, devotion to the brand is so avid, it has inspired tributes on social media. At a time when Americans increasingly view big brands as predatory monopolies or fumbling, broken down legacies, Costco is revered for its high wages, attentive customer service, and deep commitment to integrity, said Jeremiah Smith, the president of Launchpad, an Oregon-based food brand incubator that specializes in placing products at Costco. This is the thing. In the first year it was open, Soul Price, FedMart, lost $750,000. By the time he died in 93, in 2009, Mr. Price had a net worth of $500 million. This was founded by Soul Price, born in 1916, the son of garment workers from Minsk. Minsk, I don't even know where Minsk is. In Poland, I believe it is. Belonged to the generation of displaced Jews and other Europeans who lived in New York's small businesses, the delis and candy shops and pawn shops of the Depression and post-war years. And I'm not going to go through the whole bio here, but in 2003, Mr. Price, founder of Costco, described his philosophy as such. How do we sell stuff at the lowest markup? The overriding goal, he said, was to look at everything from the standpoint of, is it really being honest with the customer? And that's what Costco has built over the years, not just being the cheapest price, but being honest with the customers, adding a small markup and going forward. Another quote here, public companies need to care for shareholders first, but few complain about the returns. The stock price has grown 17%. It's a giant ecosystem that once people enter into it, they don't leave. And I love this Brittany Cole chiming in here. This reminds me of one of my favorite books, Essentialism, the Disciplined Pursuit of Less. Love that, Brittany Cole. Thanks for being here today on the Rundown with Ramon. Appreciate seeing you here. Everybody, again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. We can learn a lot from Costco. It's not the pricing that most of the time attracts the right customer to us or has the customer leave us. It's not the pricing most of the time. Yes, you have to match the right price with the right customer. But it's more so, how are you treating customer? It's more so, what are you doing for them? It's more so, do they trust you? Clay Mass, founder of Keep, talks about this quite a bit, building trust with the customer, focusing on them, having your team focused on the customer, because then your customer will focus on you. As you're building your businesses, building your companies, focus on building trust with your customers. We can learn a lot from Costco. Families are going to debt for Disney vacations. I get it. We all want to do the nice things. We all want to do the nice things for our family, with our families. But let me encourage you. Disney's very expensive, and you should go to it. I've been to Disney before, but save up for it. Incentivize for it. Have your kids save up for it. See if you can get discounts. And remember, there's other places to go besides Disney, although Disney's great and everybody should go. Don't go into debt and burn the bank to go to Disney or go anywhere. Build that generational wealth, because once you're in debt, once it mires you, once it grips you, it's hard to get out. It's hard to get out. One or two more things I want to share real quick before we close. If you're enjoying this edition of the Rundown with Ramon, check us out at zoneofgenius.com. We got all the things for you there, zoneofgenius.com. Remember, be clear on what you really want to do in life. Be clear. Ask yourself, do you even want to be in business? Do you or do you not? Ask yourself, are you hungry enough to go where you need to go to get what you need to do in business? What is your pricing like? Is it premium or is it cheap? What's your pricing like? And ask yourself this, what is your mindset like? Because mindset is everything. Mindset will shape or break you. And finally, ask yourself this, people, what do you do best? What do you do best? What do you enjoy most that you could do all day long, and you just have to figure out how can you get paid for it and get paid well for it? Bridget Lee's here. Glad you're here. Mindset is absolutely key. Thank you all for being here on the Rundown with Ramon. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. Here bringing you information to help you live your best life or start to grow your business. If you're enjoying the show, do me a favor, share it out with others. Comment when you see it on social media. Take a screenshot, let people know you're watching it. Share it with people. The show is growing because you're showing up. And I only have one goal to take a few minutes of your day and give you the top things you need to know to live your best life or start to grow your business. I'm Ramon Ray. Check me out at RamonRay.com or zoneofgenius.com. Be blessed, be good. Let somebody else know that they matter. And have an amazing day. Thanks for being here on The Rundown with Ramon.